Good morning, Year 10. Hopefully you found the area of a circle questions okay yesterday. On the second part, I was using pi equals 3.14 and the answers were 3.142. So if your answers were close, then you're going to be absolutely fine. So if you were correct to the kind of first 2 or 3 numbers, that's absolutely spot on. Today we're going to look at compound area, and that's the last little bit of area revision that we're going to do before we move on to volume. Now, compound area is really straightforward. We've done this before. You just need to get your shape and split it into shapes that you know about. So let's just remember a few key formulas. So our area of a rectangle is our base times by our height. It's going to be really important. The next one we need to know is our area of a triangle. Now I've not drawn a right angle triangle to make it clear. That's our base times by our height, and then remember we divide by 2. So base times height and then divide by 2. The next one we need to be aware of is our trapezium shape that looks like this. Okay, and again we've got our height going in there, and we've got A and B this time, and for our trapezium our formula is A plus B divided by 2 times by how high it is. Now using those 3 formulas you will be able to solve all the questions on the sheet. So they start really easy, okay, with your triangles. The first one that's going to cause us any difficulty is this diamond shape. It's quadrilateral, it's a rhombus. I'll show you how we're going to work that out. So I'm going to do it down here as our example. So I've got my shape, looks like this, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to split that into 2 distinct shapes. Okay, so feel free once you've printed this off to write on the sheet. Then I've got the top bit which has got a base of 1.4, same as the bottom. My overall height down here was 7.3. Now the assumption I've got to make is that that's going to be shared between 2. So my height is, on each bit, 3.65. Then I can do my triangle, which is my base, 1.4, times by my 3.65 and divide by 2. So I can do that bit of working out. So 1.4 times 3.65, then divide by 2, which gives me 2.555, and I've got 2 of those. So 2.555 times 2 gives me an area of 5.11. Now don't forget our units. This was in centimetres, so this must be centimetres squared. Obviously once you've done that you can check because your answers are on the back of the sheet. So that was question number 4, and we can see that question number 4, our answer was 5.11. There's no units on the answers, but make sure that you've got them. So make sure you have units. Really important. Okay, it's going to cost you a mark in the exam otherwise. The next bit I want to look at is just a slightly more trickier question, and I'm going to look at question number 22 here. Now the problem with question 22 is that it doesn't divide it exactly in the middle like it does with this rhombus. It's a kite shape, which means we have to do it slightly differently. And our divide this time should be down the middle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sketch it out so I can show you. Here is our shape, and I'm going to divide it into 2 triangles by going down that line there. Now this means that we've got a height here of half of that 12, which is 6, and our base is still 16, and I've got 2 triangles that are identical. So let's do the working out. I've got the base times by the height, then divide by 2, so I've got 16 times by 6 divide by 2, which means each triangle is 48. I've got 2 of them, so I've got 48 times 2, put that into my calculator, gives me 96, and my units, centimetres, so again it's centimetres squared. That was question 22. We go and check our answers at the back, and we've got 96, so I can be marking that answer and that answer correct. You've got to complete the sheet. There's a little bit of everything on there, some squares, some parallelograms, some trapeziums. Remember parallelograms up here, they are just trapezium. Okay, we've got a base, they're going to be both the same. We've got a height, everything's okay, or you can split it into triangles if you prefer. Mark your answers, submit your scores. Good luck with the work today. Any questions? Leave me a post and I'll get back to you.